Hey, Cousin Carl here. Mental and emotional abuse is a real thing. And this is a trigger warning for a lot of you men that have gone through abusive, narcissistic female relationships. Even some of you females will feel a certain way after you watch this video. See, a lot of people will say my ex was crazy. I'm one of the few people that can prove it. So when people talk about you need to choose better or pick better, listen, it's a 50-50 shot. You will never, unless you grow up with that person like right across the street, you will never fully know how a person is regardless. When I was married, my wife described a really dysfunctional household. She literally hated men, but I never understood why she wanted to get married if she hated men. She grew up in a household with a mother that had married 3 times. So she had 3 stepfathers, along with her own biological father growing up in Mobile, Alabama. You see, I grew up in a loving 2-parent family household. I never saw my parents argue, and they both wanted the best for their baby boy, Cousin Carl. Now, for context, this was back in the 1960s and 70s. I'm a little older than some of you new jacks out here. You see, I divorced my wife for my own safety. I can totally relate to what Will Smith is going through, because my wife was doing everything she could to get me to file for divorce. I even had to tell her, some of your girlfriends are even going to talk you out of your marriage. Disclaimer, I'm not a lawyer, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a psychiatrist or a psychologist. I divorced my wife because I found notebooks full of writings just like this. Now, it probably won't do you any good to pause to read because you probably won't be able to make out my ex-wife's handwriting. So let me read it for you. I'm a survivor, not a victim, but a victor. God has used my life to sensitize me along my destiny walk. A mission in life is to see that every child out there is loved. Now pay attention to the last line. Healing is in your ability to forgive your daddy. I'll say it again. Healing is in your ability to forgive your daddy. You see, my ex-wife was the product of a fatherless home. Sure, there were men in her life, but they weren't fathers. This is also how I was able to forgive my ex-wife. You see, when she attacked me, she wasn't attacking me. She was attacking her dad. She was angry at her father, not me. You see, I gave her all of those things that her father didn't. All the happiness that her father didn't. But she was so damaged, she couldn't understand it. She had no guideline or benchmark for what a good man is or what a good man does. I learned that I was not in a healthy relationship, but I can't let her take away the love that I have for women.